Welcome to sports. We tip things off tonight with some high school hoops. A number of great matchups across Northeast Louisiana. But we start at Carroll. The Bulldogs holding down the second spot in the non-select power ratings behind Wassman. This division also features some salty squads from Franklin Parish and Bastrop. In fact, the Rams looking for a marquee win tonight, sitting at number 8 in the power ratings, 12-4 record. Of course, Carroll's always good, especially at home. Carroll's top dog, Traylon Neal, hot early on, drains 2 threes. He's fired up. But the star on the other side says, I can do it too. Trey Mason stops and pops from the top of the arc. Flush, he's just getting started. So is Devin Tyson. He ended up cleaning up the offensive board, lays it back in. Bastrop leading 15-14 after 1. There's another senior Bulldog standout. He goes by the name of Jalen Williams. Corner 3 all day long. And that's going to get the dog pound barking. Tyson, dangerous down low. Left alone in the paint, finishes with a two-hand slam. He has 20 points for the Rams. Time winding down the half. Neal, Dyson through the lane, past 4 defenders and finishes. Bulldogs go to the locker room up 31-28. They come out firing in the third. Williams right at home in the corner. Another 3, he had 14 points. Carroll's dynamic duo continues to come through. Neal just so crafty and athletic with the ball in his hands leads the Bulldogs with 20 points. They're drumming ahead, 43-41 heading to the fourth. But then Mason puts on the cape. 13 points in the final quarter alone. Led all scorers with 22 points. Bastrop completes the fourth quarter comeback to pull the upset on the road, 68-61. Good old-fashioned grudge game out at West Monroe, Ouachita. Making the short trip across the river, Lions have had the Rebels' number. In fact, not one player on West Monroe's roster has a win over Ouachita. Lions lead 17-15 after the first. Zion Hunter knocks down the 3. And you know it's a big game when the Thig Pins are in the house for the Downs Law Firm Game of the Week. They were hoping for a squeaker. Jaden Jackson, tough off the bounce, running floater. Coach Madison's Lions come right back. They'll be working the glass. Check out the fab freshman, Darren Ford, the rebound, and the putback. Go ahead and call a friend. It appears the Rebels are on the ropes. The 14-year-old Ford starting to warm up. No one stops the penetration, drives in for 2. He's got a game-high 18 points. Lions lead balloons to 11. Rebs with some nice ball movement. Trez Davis to Cooper Thornton. Well done. Then Javian Pickens nails the long 3 to end the third. He's got a team-high 17 points. West Monroe still down by 6. West Monroe working its offense. The give and go. Thornton to a cutting Willie Lyons. West Monroe up 65-64, closing seconds. Time to drop a game winner. Ford's going to have an opportunity to be the hero. No call. Rebs with the steal. And they go on to win 66-64. First win for the Rebs over the Lions in a number of years. On the girls' side, we got Bastrop sitting pretty right now at 6th in the power ratings with a 15-4 record. Carroll looking to pull off the upset on the home court. Bulldogs ranked 21st, low-scoring but physical game early on. Lyric Gay fighting for the steal. Finds Reynolds driving through the lane. She lays it in. It's 11-10 Carroll early on. Wilson changes that for the Lady Rams. She drains the triple. Bastrop leads 15-13 at the half. Robinson having a game for the Lady Bulldogs. She's going to end up hitting the jumper. She leads the way with 14 points. But Miles was a game changer for the Lady Rams. Comes away with the steal here, takes it coast to coast, finishes with a layup. She had some critical free throws in the final minutes, all tied at 35, end of regulation. We're heading to overtime. There's Miles again, this time cash money from the corner. Bastrop goes up by 1 with 40 seconds left. She scored a game-high 22 points. McAfee and Taylor Ross making some clutch free throws in the final. Carroll dancing away with a 43-40 overtime victory.